Hey, it's Lee for On Your Marks Wrestling, and I'm here with a Smackdown review for June 5th, 2018. I did this one really rushed, so I apologize if I missed stuff or if I put the wrong name in certain spots. I really had to rush through this thing. My recording didn't work out, so I had to kind of watch a re-recording of it, and it's super late at night, so I'll see if I can get this thing done. So we have Carmella comes out, and she basically says that Asuka is a shadow of her old self. Now that she's lost, she's been losing a lot. Asuka comes out. Before she really says anything, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville come out. Rose says that she'll beat Asuka if she ever faces her again. Says that they came close. She came close last week. Carmella says that the old Asuka could have faced both Deville and Rose at the same time, kind of nudging Asuka. Asuka seems to kind of be thinking about it. Paige comes out. She gives Asuka the choice of facing Rose or Deville, and Asuka does say that she'd like to face both. So it sets up a handicap match. So we have Asuka and Mandy. Asuka versus Mandy and Sonya. Asuka starts off strong, but Deville and Rose kind of gain the advantage through typical tag team stuff, quick tags, all that stuff. Asuka again regains the advantage, and she goes for a missile dropkick, but Carmella distracts. Eventually, we get into a spot where Deville and Asuka are trying kind of different submissions, and they're going back and forth with them, but eventually Asuka gets the upper hand, and she puts the Asuka lock on her, and she actually gets the win. After the match, Rose kind of tries to attack Asuka, but Asuka defends against it, but she can't protect herself from Carmella, who hits her with the belt and kind of stands tall. We have The Miz backstage. He's practicing martial arts or something. I don't remember specifically. New Day come over and they apologize about not taking the reveal of who's going to go into Money in the Bank seriously. They essentially trick him into dipping his hand into some pancake batter. He angrily tells them that he and his partners tonight will beat them up and all that stuff. Carl Anderson versus Luke Harper. We get this match. Harper dominates most of this match. Eventually, though, Harper attempts a super kick or a big kick. I can't remember if it was a super kick or if it's a big boot. And he gets rolled up for a surprise win by Anderson. They haven't been beating the Bludgeon Brothers a lot, so that was interesting. Naomi and Jimmy Uso are backstage. Naomi says that what Lana did during the dance-off won't happen again, where she kind of got the upper hand with a neck breaker. Jimmy says that they'll show Rusev Day which husband and wife duo runs SmackDown. So then we get the match. It's Jimmy Uso and Naomi versus Aiden English and Lana, not Rusev and Lana. English sings while having a headlock on Uso, which was kind of interesting. Uso hits English in the throat at one point, which really stresses English out. He's like just kind of worried that his singing voice is going to go. Naomi hits a suicide dive onto English and Lana at one point. It's cool. Goes to commercial. Naomi is distracted by English, and she gets kicked by Lana for a near fall. There's an Uso hot tag. There's a pin attempt on English that's broken up by Lana, so we start seeing a little bit more intertwining of men and women in here. Then Naomi hits a crossbody on English. Jimmy Uso eventually lands a super kick on English and gets the win that way. Paige is backstage with Styles and Nakamura for the contract signing. Styles says that Shinsuke cheats because he knows he can't beat Styles, and he eventually signs the contract. Nakamura says that his pen is out of ink, so he asks to borrow AJ Styles' pen. He looks at it carefully and says that it's broken and just throws it at Styles, which gets him really riled up. Styles slaps him. He gets kind of dragged away, and then Nakamura pulls out a pen and just signs the contract. It's basically showing that Nakamura is very much in AJ's head. I thought this was actually a pretty good segment. It's a dumb segment, but I like Nakamura in this. He's very good at it. We have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. A really nice kind of technical opening, I thought, to this match. At one point, there's a double crossbody. I always like double crossbody, double clotheslines. I don't know why. I've always enjoyed that. There are some top rope attempts by Lynch that are thwarted by Flair. I think she's going for the drop kick maybe. Flair hits a spear, but Becky manages to roll to the outside of the ring, so there's no kind of pin attempt or anything like that. Flair tries a moonsault at one point, and Lynch gets her knees up. Flair then attempts a little later on, attempts a figure four, but is countered. And Lynch eventually gets the disarm her on Flair for the win. I was surprised to see this. It usually means that she's, at the pay-per-view, nothing's happening for Becky. But I thought it was nice to throw her win against Charlotte, a very kind of capable opponent. I feel like Becky's still very underused in this scenario. She should be at the very, very top of the card, and for some reason she hasn't been there in a long time. Excuse me. Then we got a promo with Samoa Joe, which is always a highlight for me. He says that he keeps his promises, putting Daniel Bryan to sleep. Says that whoever is WWE champ is a marked man. It's just a really good promo. It always is a good promo. Then we have Big Cass with Renee Young. He harps on the size advantage he has over Bryan. Cass tells the story of being at WrestleMania 30, seeing Daniel Bryan win the championship and going, really, that's what we got here? Being kind of unimpressed. He says a good big man will always beat a good little man. He basically cites the Samoa Joe match. And then he says he'll beat and embarrass Bryan at Money in the Bank. He'll snap his leg so that he can't even do a leg lock or whatever the hell it was. We have Sin Cara backstage. He's talking about his friendship with Cien Almas. Says something has changed, and then Zelina Vega comes out and she says she's the best thing that's happened to him. Cien blames Sin Cara for hiding him behind a mask, getting him hidden behind a mask. Vega, it's revealed, has gotten them a match for next week, so they're going to face each other next week. And then Cien blindsides Sin Cara. I think I almost fell asleep while saying that sentence. Final match of the night is New Day versus Rusev, Samoa Joe, and Miz. And I look at my notes here and I see I didn't write many notes, so I guess I was getting quite tired at that point. I've said tired 4 times so far in my past 2 videos. It's going to happen some more. Lots of big moves here. It's so hard to run them down. There's a lot happening. Eventually, Miz gets his partners to hold the New Day down, and he tries to hit them with some pancakes, but he accidentally hits his own partners. So Rusev Machka kicks Miz, and then Joe sentons him. And they both kind of leave him there to be picked at by the New Day, who hit their Midnight Hour move, and they get the win. So it's just the Miz kind of being a comedy heel there. And that's fine. That's fine. So that's the end of the episode. I thought it was a passable episode, I will say. But not great. I actually thought last week's episode was quite a bit better. I might have missed some parts here. I went through this very quickly. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 6.5 out of 10. I feel like that's pretty fair. Alright, thanks for watching.